Hey, what's up everybody? Shadow here, welcome back to another video. Glad you guys could stop by, and today we're going to be talking about the brand new Destiny DLC expansion that came out on Tuesday, and I have neglected talking about it for the last 2 days, but man, oh man, is this expansion huge. They were not kidding at all. Nothing like I thought it would be. I thought it would just be like a normal expansion, but man, this is massive. But anyway, before we actually start talking about the DLC, I just want to knock one thing out. I know a couple weeks ago, actually, we're going on 3 weeks ago, I made a contest giving away a GameStop like special edition Claptrap pop vinyl character. So what I did was I gave extra people a couple days to enter whatever. I wasn't really keeping track of that. And I put it on random.org, which is a website where you can randomize a list of people and like different numbers and stuff, and it gives you an answer. So what I did was I put in all the entries into that. Thank you to everyone for entered, by the way. And I got one winner, and that winner is Caden Tovsrud. You can see him right here. Anyway, I will contact you, whatever. I will get you that character as soon as possible. But yeah, so just want to knock that out. That's the winner of the Claptrap 1,000 subscriber giveaway. So now that's out of the way, we can talk about Destiny, and I could talk about this DLC for probably an hour because it's so extensive and so huge. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. So let's get started. First of all, the whole premise of the DLC is this guy named Oryx, and Oryx is the dad of Crota, who you kill in the Dark Below DLC and all that stuff. So it's definitely a Hive-centered DLC, obviously, and you can see that we're fighting in this new area. We've never seen this before. This is called the Dreadnought. I'm basically talking to all you guys who aren't really experienced with the DLC. If you guys are veteran Destiny players, you probably already know what I'm talking about. But it's this place called the Dreadnought, and there's so much stuff to do on the Dreadnought. You kill enemies, and you just tons of stuff. There's chests to unlock to give you worm spore, and there's other stuff that you can get this cool legendary sword with. It's just so much to explore on this. It's crazy. It really is. So they give you a whole new world. They give you a new raid which comes out tomorrow, actually, at like 10 in the morning, whatever. They give you a new raid, heroic raid, whatever, and they give you like, I don't know, there's a load of strikes available, and they totally redid the strikes, they redid the marks, they redid everything. And I'm also going to be talking about how to level up the fastest in Destiny, the Taken King DLC. So let's get started with it. So the first thing are the strikes. They totally redid the way the strikes worked. Prior in year one, when you did a strike, there was the daily mission, which is just a mission. It provided a bonus. There was the weekly heroic, which can only be done once per character. And then there was the nightfall, which can only be done once per character. How they did it was, for the missions, they just sort of left that alone for the most part. But the crazy thing that they did was they changed the weekly heroic type mission, and they totally made it different. So I have to sort of talk about this first. They made a new type of marks. The Crucible and Vanguard marks you earned prior to the DLC got turned into commendations, but you could trade in for faction reputation. And they got rid of all those, so you start out with 0 of this thing called legendary marks, and basically it's a combination of the two. And you earn these from doing just basic missions, doing basic quests, doing the weekly heroic, and doing the daily Crucible. And you can really stack these up, and you can get some pretty cool rewards out of these. I know I did. I got this chest piece as 280 defense. Definitely helped me out. But anyway, yeah, so you earn a lot of these marks, and the interesting thing is there's not a weekly heroic anymore. Instead, it's like a heroic playlist. So basically what it is it's a bunch of these heroic style missions, and they all have different light caps where like you recommend you to be a certain light level to do it. However, this was like a 260 light level cap, and I did it as like I was like 250 something. I was in the low 250s. So it is possible to do it. You just need to have a good team who knows what they're doing. So sort of got carried just a bit. I died quite a couple times in this gameplay, but that's that. As far as the marks go, like I said, you can really stack these up and get a lot. The cap is 200 still, and they are shared throughout all your characters, so they are no longer exclusive to each character, which is pretty different. But I understand why they only made it like, one story mission, because then people would just do the story mission on all 3 characters and then do the daily Crucible, and then they'd have 90 total. It's too much. Make it too easy for us. So that's that. They pretty much made that, and you can do this heroic playlist as many times as you want. You're guaranteed a legendary the first time you do it each day, and then every time after that you're guaranteed 10 legendary marks, and then you can just keep grinding those out and max out your things. It's crazy. And the cool thing is, the more that you do this in a row, the more chance you are of getting a legendary engram from it. So if you do like 5 of them in a row, every time that you do it, the 6th, the 7th, the 8th, they increase your chances of pulling a legendary engram. And Xur's going to be selling this thing called 3 of Coins, which will help you get an exotic out of the end boss with these, heroic missions. So there's a lot of this stuff all intertwined, and they all hook up to each other. So it's pretty cool. So as far as Crucible goes, I know a lot of people have probably done it. They tried it a week before the DLC came out. They added a new raid game type, which is basically sort of like Uplink from Advanced Warfare. Pretty much just grab a ball, run into the goal, capture the flag. Actually, would be Uplink. They're sort of the same thing. They're derived from the same thing. So we're just gonna leave it at that. So they added that in, which is pretty cool. I like it. I'm not really super into Crucible right now. I'm really into finishing the story and the quests. There are so many quests in this DLC, man. It's like a Hydra. You finish one quest, here's 2 more. Just keep you filled up. But anyway, so they give you so many quests, and a lot of these grant really cool rewards. Like you can get a legendary sword out of this. That's how I got my solar sword, and you can choose. And if you have 3 characters level 34, you can earn them on all 3 characters and get all 3 elements. So you can really get a collection going, which is pretty cool. And I know I need to do that. I've been totally slacking, but I want to get myself as prepared as possible for this raid. So I've just been working on my hunter the entire time. I've neglected my warlock and my titan. So just totally ignored them, and I've just started working on my hunter. So anyway, these like missions, you can get a lot of cool stuff. So that's really the basic premise of it. There's a lot of story missions, and the story missions continue with the quest. Trials of Osiris is coming back on Friday, which is, like I said, coming up really soon. So there's a lot of things coming out. So, I wanted to talk about how you can level up the fastest in the Taken King, because when you hit this DLC, you're running. There's no walking, there's no slowing down to enjoy the view. You are running. And to get to a level where you can do the raid, it's necessary that you level up as fast as possible. And I'm going to tell you how. It's actually pretty different, not really the norm, I would say. So what you have to do is basically do the strikes. You have to grind out strikes. I know a lot of people don't like grinding. They thought Destiny was a game for grinding, but it's just a necessity for this DLC. You need to grind out these strikes, because these strikes, they give you rare and legendary engrams. Sometimes they drop exotic engrams, which is crazy. I've never got one, but I've seen people get one. But anyway, you need to grind out these strikes, and then you'll acquire these engrams. And what you will do is you will put on your highest light level possible. Doesn't matter how bad the armor is, you want to get your highest light level possible, because the higher light level you are, when you decrypt an engram, it gives you an engram with a defense or attack stat closer to your total light level. So obviously the higher you're going to be, the higher your light level is going to be. And that way you can take these rare and useless items and infuse them with your legendaries and make your legendaries just as strong as the rare ones, and you can really get yourself a good set. People are already at like light level 290 just by doing this, and they knew this from the day one, to just grind out these strikes and get this done, and that's really helpful. Another thing you can do is you can do get to a certain level. Like I said, you're gonna have to grind this out. That's just what you're gonna do. I've been doing this. I'm almost to light level 260 at this moment, but once you do that, you get to a certain level, you can start doing these weekly heroics and get legendary engrams and stuff like that, and you just keep going, and really cool. It's really cool. It's an easy way to level up really fast, and I know my friends have been doing it. I've been doing it. I've thought I've been doing the quests and getting stuff out of that, but really the easiest way is just to keep grinding out these strikes. These strikes are the key. So that's really. That's all you have to do. But yeah, so this is one of the strikes. That's the new ones. It's like you have to defeat these brothers, and one of them shoots a mortar. One of them. What's it called? He just jumps in the air and just slams down. Some guy made a Vine with the John Cena theme while he was slamming down. It's pretty funny. John Cena, not milked at all. Anyway, so the new strikes, they've also included a legacy playlist, which is basically the same level, except, you can play the old strikes. They give you an opportunity to play the old ones that you paid for and other ones that you may have liked. And the cool thing is they remade some of these older strikes so that you can, they included the Taken on them. So it's like, for instance, the one with Valis Traug with the You go in there and you go and fight these 3 guys. Instead of 3 guys, it's actually 4 waves of Taken now. You fight this tank. The tank's still the same. And you get through. And while you're running through this passageway, instead of Cabal, it's actually all Taken just start spawning in. And it is just a cluster of just enemies everywhere. And it gets crazy. And super fun. It's super fun. I love it. So a lot of the weapons are really, really nice. I know there's 3 main what's it called? Not factions, but like gunsmiths. There's Omelon, there's Hake, and then there's Hake. Anyway, there's Omelon, Hake, and Suros. We've known Suros for a while. If you played the DLC a week before it came out with the whole Rift and Mayhem playlist, you were able to try out the Hake and the Suros and the Omelon. And so it's pretty cool. You're able to try out these new weapons, and there's these things called Arms Day, which happens on Wednesday, where basically you get to buy this package for 2,500, wait a week, and then you get a legendary weapon for 2,500 Glimmer just for waiting. So, like I said, I'm sorry if I missed out on any information. This was basically just all that's off the top of my head. I'm just about to finish the strike. And that's basically Destiny the Taken King. Mostly the important bits in 12 minutes, how to rank up the fastest, what's going on. Infusion is a really complicated process. I'll explain that later, but I just want to put this out for you guys. I haven't made a video in a while, and I also want to announce the winner of this past contest. So I did hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like. What do you think of the Taken King? Are you going to get it? Do you already have it? Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of the DLC. And I'll see you guys later. Bye. Alright, I'm gonna do a little run, do my little dance. Do my little dance. Are you up? I'll get him. He's up. I am turning invisible. Gallahorn. Oh, I got a Suros rocket. That looks cool. Nice.